What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. And if you're not, hit the button. And while you're at it, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this beautifully honest reaction. There's nothing light about this. It's really dark, and honestly, it's very tragic. I saw this when I saw this news article pop up. It was breaking news for me on my phone. I did not come and immediately report about it. I saw it almost, right after it it came out via the news. So I wasn't on social media when I got the news about it. And it really broke my heart because I really, really did love Angie Stone, like really. And it's funny that a lot of people didn't know that she did the theme song for the show Girlfriends, which is one of my favorite sitcoms from back in the day. And I even remember when she played on one of the episodes, she played Joan's then boyfriend. He was the actor. Um, she played his like manager or whatever, and she was shading Joan. It was funny. I loved it. But anyway, she did some other little acting gigs, and remember even on the show that I used to watch back in the day. Again, back in the day, a sitcom that came on it was like the ABC Family Network before that channel changed to Freeform, and it was a show called Lincoln Heights. It was about a black family. The husband was a cop, and Lincoln Heights was in California, and it was a really, really good show. Actually, Chadwick Boseman, he played on that show in like its second to final season, or like something like that. But anyway, it was a really good show. If you know the show, you know the show. If you don't know about it, it comes on Hulu, so you can check it out. But she even played in a few episodes on that show. But anyway, I did remember when she did this live. It was a few months ago, and this was very eerie when I heard that she lost her life in a tragic vehicle accident. And ironically, I believe she was the only one that passed away in the accident. I don't know, guys, but I'm going to share my screen. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I also do believe that there are some things that happen that make you go, um, I don't think that this is a clean situation. So I'm going to share my screen so I can show you some of this video. I'm going to cut out the first part of it because they actually do show the scene of the accident. And I just don't want to look at that. It's very morbid, even though it didn't show her. But I don't need to see the scene of the accident. I just didn't know what the purpose of that was. But anyway, let me go ahead and share my screen, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and play.
As I was coming through all of this, I soon found out that one of the biggest companies that I was with, Universal Music, it's the second part of the ugly truth. We began to research things to check on my royalties and my statements and things that of that nature, only to find out a lot of my publishing, a lot of my royalties, my mechanicals, they have all pretty much been stolen. As I begin to find out things that I never had to look into, because when you hire a team of people that to some degree supposed to have your back, you're thinking that they're getting it all together for you. That's why, I respect Oprah Winfrey in that respect when she said, do your own research. Just on the celebrity that I let a lot of important things slip through the cracks only because I didn't know any better. I worked very hard to take care of my kids as a single mother, and I'm being transparent. My kids' fathers just were not doing what they're supposed to do. So I had to step up and go in and do everything that I needed to do for my family, which is why I worked so hard, which is why I traveled so much,
And I'm sorry, guys, I'm coughing. But I had to pause it for a moment because I just wanted to say, I do believe that this is something that does play a toll on people, especially single mothers. Like she said, I was a single mother. The fathers of my children were just not stepping up to the plate to do what they needed to do. So I had to do what I had to do for my children. And she worked a lot. And I want to say, just because she was, in her early 60s, you could tell that she had some health issues over the years. And I do believe stress does play a toll on that as well. My God. Not saying she wasn't beautiful right here, because she absolutely was. But I mean, you look at the difference, and yeah.
Why I did shows, because at the end of the day, after 40 something years in the business, I'm like, well, why? Where are my royalties going? Because I'm not getting this. Come to find out, Universal Music has been receiving all my royalties, all my mechanicals. They've taken pretty much everything. They've stolen, I won't say stolen, but they have taken all the monies that were due to me. They have basically absorbed in that company. And even though there are several class action lawsuits, people that were working on my behalf never even registered the songs. All the songs that I've done, I'm only coming to find out they were not properly registered by the companies that I signed over to, people that were supposed to do their due diligence. So I'm truly a walking testimony that God has carried me all this time, because
And that's so sad, and I get it. God has definitely kept her, and now, she don't have to work anymore. She don't have to worry anymore. She can literally rest in peace right now, but she's left a family. She's definitely left a legacy, but she's left a family behind in this tragic situation. I don't believe that this had to happen. And then to be taken advantage of all of these years throughout her career, working hard, doing things honorably and upright, and this is how they did her. And then she's sharing this information, and now all of a sudden she's gone in a car accident.
if you only knew how much money they have taken from me, how much they have stolen from me, money that I'm supposed to be, I should have been able to retire 20 years ago with the money I've made, supposedly. But there are key people that have been driving the ships. And what they've been doing is improperly representing me, improperly stealing from me, taking things in their own hand, changing and switching lanes because they knew I didn't know that part. See, I'm not an attorney. I don't know everything. What I learned how to do was go out, work hard, get paid, come home, pay my bills, take care of my family. That part. The legal side, when you hire attorneys and managers and agents, they're supposed to make sure the gray area over there that they are in the driver's seat for, they're supposed to make sure you're taken care of. And even though they were taking care of themselves, they thought very little of taking care of me. And I
Yeah. That oof. That industry. I mean, this world is corrupt, but that industry for sure definitely is. And to put all of that hard work in for so many years, like she says, 40 something years in this industry, and she's still doing tours and shows and performing. And she says she should have been able to retire 20 something years ago. Not saying she wouldn't ever work or perform again, but just doing it because it's something that she loved to do and had a passion to do it, not because she needed to pay her bills.
know because I've seen it with my own eyes. So I'm just here to let you know, one way or the other, Universal Music, you're going to have to give up my coins. And so what I'm doing now is whatever is necessary to make sure they pay me for the legacy of my life, for my children and my grandchildren. They're going to have to give me my money. I mean, when you sit back and think Bruno Mars, Dr. Dre, when you think about all these people that have sampled music, if they're filthy rich on it, what's our problem? Or my problem? Oh, yeah. So you got to get a diesel crew, and I call them a diesel crew, to go in and rectify the issue, because evidently all the time that I've been working through things, they didn't get. I'll tell them on my live, please. Okay. Give it to me. Give me your phone. I'm sorry. So just to be clear, just to be clear, I can't say it over live. Give me your phone. I just want everybody. Come on, Journey. I'm on the line. My granddaughter trying to help me, and she's slow as Christmas. Your thing went off. Anyway, go get from Shayna. Yeah. So with that being said, shout out to Van Silk. I know you didn't know this was coming, but I had to be transparent. I would try to take as many questions as I can. Let me see. University, call me. Keys join. Kathy Smith smiles. Yes, sis, get your diesel crew and go tear that. Okay. Yes, I plan on doing that. The music industry is horrible when they tell you that, it's not a straight line. I've been one to kind of play fair. I stay out of harm's way. I can't avoid trouble always, because I'll tell you this, no matter who we hook up with and how we hook up, they're always going to make it confrontational when it doesn't suit their liking. But I don't care about that. I got to pass all of that. But everybody that works hard for all 50 years should be able to retire in peace, should be able to sit back without looking for your money.
And I'm going to stop it right there, guys. I'm going to put the full video link in the description box, but this is really sad and tragic and very eerie, honestly, because to hear her say retire in peace, and then when you think of someone passing away, and we usually say rest in peace. Oh God, that is terrible. Definitely, I am praying for her family, her children, her grandchildren, the people who really loved her, those who she supported. I pray that they will not have to struggle, financially with anything afterwards, because you really don't know what people's life looks like behind the scenes and all of the obligations that they have. And I do believe, she had some medical and health issues. Those are not cheap. This country is terrible when it comes to the healthcare industry. The healthcare don't care. Let's be clear. And she never really got what she truly deserves for the work that she's put in. So she felt that burden on her heart to release that, and she did. I'm happy that she did put it out there. But I really am hopeful that is not the reason why she is no longer here, because she did speak up. But we just know, those who know that that industry is very, very dark. And unfortunately, sometimes you say some stuff and it's just, I mean, God, next year will be 10 years since Prince died. Like, really, that industry is just terrible. If you have children that aspire to be in that industry, try to get them to go do something else, I'm saying, and just do it as a hobby, because that industry is just terrible. They don't look out for, the people who really have the talent. And like she said, why do people like Dr. Dre and Bruno Mars get to really profit off of her hard work? I don't know, guys, but I just wanted to talk about that briefly, and I want to know what you guys think. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful. And now I'm going to say bye. Gimme, gimme,